Mark Tovar from Real Counseling Incorporated. Today I'm feeling a bit philosophical, so I wanted to go over some things that are often debated online, especially in my business. Preferably three topics specifically, and this is for leaders and anybody else who's in this field. The first three are empathy, compassion, and advocacy. That's right, empathy, compassion, and advocacy. Let's go through the difference between the three of them real quick. Empathy is the emotional understanding of another individual, your ability to put somebody else, put yourself in somebody else's shoes. So a typical way that a leader might do this is say they have an understanding of what another person is going through, and they reasonably relate to that other person. Now, the next step up would be compassion. Compassion is not only having that cognitive understanding of what a person may be going through, but you have a feeling, maybe a visceral response. This can take many forms. Doesn't always have to be crying for another individual or being overly excited for somebody because you understand what they're going through. It can really be any sort of visceral reaction that kind of stays with you. That's really having compassion for somebody. It's a much deeper understanding of what people are going through. The third and the last, I hear a lot of people talking about advocacy and the way that they advocate for other people. And advocacy, I would think, would be the highest level of caring. Advocacy is really where you take that empathy and that compassion and you put it into action step, which means you take up a cause, you do something, you become empowered and really turn those feelings into some sort of action. And although it is great to have everybody say, yeah, I'm an advocate, it's probably good to know that not everybody is at that place yet. Kindness is probably the lowest form of that. That's the beginning. Then you'll have understanding. Then we move to empathy. Then we move to compassion. And at that very last step is advocacy. Of course, we would love to have more advocates in the world, people who take up causes and actually make the world a better place through physical or mental action. But let's all strive for kindness first. If you're a leader leading a team, I want you to think more about advocacy and compassion. Empathy is great, but that is really just having an understanding, and it doesn't really put you ahead of the game. It's kind of a very base level of relationship. So in the interest of relating more authentically, which is one of our major tenets at Real Counseling Incorporated, I really want to push leaders and people to step beyond even that empathy piece and move toward the compassion and the advocacy piece. Thanks.